Welcome to episode number 52 of Business and Leadership Stories, a show that really is helmed by Sachin Bhandary. I play the supporting cast. If you look at Sachin and his extraordinary career, you'd understand how he reached this particular point. I first met him when he was traveling the world as a solo traveler, the odd traveler, he would call himself. And we do a series where he'd connect with me from the farthest reaches of South America to the coldest confines of North America. And here he is back for the attack this time because life has changed. He's evolved. He currently resides in Mysore, visiting us in Mumbai. He's part of the Story Co. And what he does is he helps companies, startups, and professionals break the culture of MBA speak, uses the power of stories, and helps them achieve their business goals with speed and ease. And he does this via coaching, consulting, and training. What's up, my friend? How are you?
All good, Hrishi. Look forward to this chat again.
Really simple format. We tell you one story, largely concerning a prominent business leader or sometimes a prominent sportsman, like we had Michael Jordan last time. And once that story is told, Sachin gives us the all-important marketing and communication tip that we can pick up from that story. Today, it's Acko Insurance's Varun Dua, and he obviously means business. 3 years ago, a headline in Moneycontrol.com yelled, and yell is the right word, why Acko General Insurance refuses to follow the herd. And I'll leave you to tell the story.
Yes, Hrishi. So that article headline was pretty interesting because when somebody doesn't follow the herd, you want to pay attention. And I actually didn't know much about that company back then, and I didn't know much about the company till the time I heard a podcast called The First Principles by the Ken. And Varun Dua was featured in the podcast, and it was super interesting. Because I got to learn a lot about the insurance industry from that conversation between Varun Dua and Rohin Dharmakumar, who's the co-founder of the Ken. So some of the myths which were busted were, number one, insurance companies actually don't make money on the premium that we pay them. It's actually a loss-making enterprise. If you just evaluated the premium that we pay to these companies, they make money on the premium that is collected and then the interest that they generate out of that premium. That's number one. Number two, when you generally an insurance agent is the one who gets you the insurance, right? So the insurance agent, as much as you think is your friend, may not actually be your friend because he or she is trying to be as opaque as possible with the company and with you as well, because they just want to make sure that you get the insurance. And even if you're somebody who's gaming the system, they are okay with that because they need to get their interest, their commission, and keep getting that commission for the rest of their lives. So they are opaque, and that's why insurance company, does not own this customer relationship. And hence, when you are in the hospital and you want them to settle your claim, that's when they give you the runaround, because when you came to them, that time they did not have the opportunity to do the right kind of due diligence on you, and that is why they do the due diligence when they have to settle the claim. So Varun Dua said that this is the problem with the insurance industry. Number one, that we are not making money on the premium that the customer is paying. And number two, because of this opaque relationship between the customer and the company, the due diligence happens towards the fag end, and that's why claims don't settle. And we want to break this entire situation and come up with a solution where we own the customer relationship. And that's why Acko does not rely on insurance agents. It goes directly to the customer. That's why it's only available digitally, I think, till now, or maybe they also have some stores, etc. And that for me was a revelation. Like, how can an LIC not make money on the insurance premium that we are paying and make money on something else? And every time that now I got the answer, that every time that I'm in the hospital or somebody in my family is in the hospital, why do these companies give you a runaround that time when you are so distressed already, right?
What a pity. But then that's the story, Morning Glory. Some bright lights are shining through. So what do you think we can learn, if you put a finger on it, from Varun Dua and Acko Insurance meaning business?
Yeah. So one thing that I learned from Varun Dua is that if you are able to teach your audience something new, okay, so I didn't really know much about Acko Insurance, but after I heard that conversation, I'm pretty much a convert. The next time I'm going to go out and get an insurance, I will definitely consider Acko, because this gentleman actually told me something I did not know. So if as a leader, you have the ability to tell your audience or to educate your audience about something that they did not know, which of course matters to them, there's a high chance that they will want to follow you. Now, this is true of customers, this is true of team members, this is true of anybody who comes in contact with you. So the effort that leaders and managers need to put is to be able to figure out things or pass information of value which the audience does not have already. So that's my communication tip for the day.
Fantastic. And I learned a phrase called opaque. Opaque basically means, insurance companies knowing very little about their customers. It's like an opaque surface that you learn in physics. It's wonderful. Sachin, if people are to get in touch with you, want you to conduct workshops or one-on-one sessions,
Right.
where can they reach out to you?
It's fairly simple, Rishi. Go to LinkedIn, look for Sachin Bhandary. Sachin is easy. Bhandary is Bhandary. And on my profile, there's a link which says get in touch or stay in touch. Click on that. You can either go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter, Win with Stories, or set up a Zoom call with me if you think that your team, your management, or your company needs to solve a particular communication or leadership challenge.
I'm going to see you next week, my friend. Bye-bye.
Look forward to it, Rishi.